Hi, and welcome to episode 10 of Talking About. This week we're speaking to a young man, well, young as far as I'm concerned, a young man who is so multifaceted in the field of the performing arts that I really don't know where to start. His name is Easee Gan. So, hi Gan.
Hi Joe.
Yeah, I mean, even though your name is Easee Gan, we all call you Gan, right? That's your surname.
Yes.
Yeah, and Easee is E-A-S-E-E.
Yeah.
Right, okay, Gan.
Yes.
Your involvement in the performing arts spans how many years?
After my graduate, I studied in University Malaya
Yes.
in 2007, and then after 3 years, I graduate, and then I do internship at klpac. So it's from 2010 until now.
Ah, so you started at klpac.
Yes. as an
Wow. So we're responsible for you, are we? Oh, okay. And you did an internship at klpac, and after that, what did you do?
After that, during the internship, I very fortunate because I go through all the departments.
Right.
And then after that, I'm the production manager.
Yes.
After 1 year, I be the production manager for klpac.
Yes.
From production manager to senior production manager to producer, and then now I'm the assistant general manager of klpac.
Fantastic. Now, while you're talking about internships, that's one of your responsibilities here, isn't it?
Yes.
But would you like to tell us a bit about how that happens, how the internships happen here, where they come from, what they go through?
Yes,
Yeah.
sure. Because for me, I'm very lucky because I can internship at klpac. So because what I learned here, I want to nurture to the young generations.
Okay.
So for the internship in klpac PSC, so we have I think for us, we want them to learn A to Z about performing arts.
Right.
So we want them to try in different departments. So not only on stage, but also in the backstage, management, marketing, post office.
Yeah.
So for klpac internship, we open to anyone. So they no need to have like the theatre background or arts background. They can be anyone, no age limit, no background limit.
Right.
Yes.
Right. This is very important what you said, I think, about them going through all of the facets. Because as you know, and I know very well, that in the performing arts industry, you really cannot afford to concentrate or to focus just on one thing. You have to be quite versatile. So what you're saying is that when the interns come here, they go through stage management, they go through box office, they go through, what else do they go?
Production management.
Production management.
Theatre management. Front house. Even our academy.
Right. And they even, if they are so inclined, can also go on stage.
Yes.
Yeah. And that internship, is there a particular length of time?
Yes. Full-time 2 months commitment.
Right.
Yes.
2 months. That's the minimum that.
Minimum, yes.
Okay. But we've had some longer, right?
Yes. We have 6 months to 1 year.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow, you're right. And of course, the longer they do the internship, the more they learn, the better they become.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then apart from your duties as looking after the interns that come here and setting up their program, you're also, well, you have been an actor, right?
Yes.
But you don't like to act?
For now, I want to focus more on management.
Okay.
Yeah.
But weren't you nominated? Aren't you a nominated actor?
Yes, I was nominated in ADA Award.
Yeah, the ADA Awards.
Yeah, ADA Award for the Best Supporting Male in Big Head and Potato Head, directed by Mark Bo.
Mark Bo's play,
Yes.
Big Head, Potato Head.
Yes.
Yeah, you played the uncle.
Yes.
I
the
remember.
Uncle Huat.
Yeah, I saw Uncle Huat. Yeah, I saw you in that.
Yes.
You were very good.
Thank you.
But you haven't acted since then?
After that, I got act in Dear Elena, the one directed by Easee Gan.
Yes. We'll talk about Easee Gan later. But yeah, I see. And so you have made a conscious decision not to act. You have made a very conscious decision to concentrate more on production and arts management. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Because when I studied in University Malaya, because for me, I have a lot of classmates, so we have different background. So after I graduate, my aim is I want to be the bridge to link everyone together. So because for me, I feel like because we are creator, so we spend more time to create our show or our product. but we also need people to help to manage.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so for me, it's like we have many creative people, but we're not enough management people.
Yeah.
So I can be the one, and then I want to train more management people for the future.
Okay, yeah, because a lot of people tend to forget how important theatre management is or arts management is, and there are very few people, aren't there, who have the wherewithal of arts management. Yeah, and this is what you want to train. You want to train people to get involved in arts management,
Yes.
which can only make the industry better, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
for our future. Yeah.
Now, as I said in the introduction, you do so many things. For instance, you consult for Short+Sweet. Would you like to tell me how you got involved in that?
Yes, for Short+Sweet, I start also from internship.
Everything you start with is the internship.
Yes, I'm backstage. It's a crew. So
Right.
I help for the transitions, for the scene change.
Right.
So I know all the behind the scene. And then for the following years, I'll be the stage manager to lead all the productions. Then I'm the production manager for Short+Sweet. So
Right.
I'm from different view. And now I'm the advisor for Short+Sweet.
Yes.
So it's like, I feel like very lucky because what I learned, now I can contribute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy your involvement in Short+Sweet?
Yes. Because in Short+Sweet, I think it's the best platform for all the young people. Because for Short+Sweet, we have different category. So like every night we also have, because I think it's like the extravaganza for performing arts. Yeah, also like the buffet for Malaysian performing arts.
Yeah,
Because you can see a lot of show. Yeah, it's all like, for me, it's like the great opportunity for us to promote Malaysian performing arts.
Yes. Yeah. And what do you think, while we're on the subject of Short+Sweet, what do you think is the most difficult category in Short+Sweet?
I think musical is the
Musical, huh?
Yes.
Because, why?
Because we need to have the director, and so we need to have music director.
Right.
The best composition.
Composers,
And then
right. And is that the one that we always have to look for more entrance into musical?
For musical category, yes.
And just recently, a couple of years ago, we started Short+Sweet film.
Yes.
That's become very popular, yes?
Yes.
And how do we get people involved in Short+Sweet film?
For Short+Sweet film, because I think in Malaysia we have a lot of good short film, but maybe it's too little festival.
Right.
But for Short+Sweet, now we open call entry for everyone.
Right.
Yes.
So anyone who wants to make a film, try their talent at making a film. So this is like another festival, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a Short+Sweet film festival. Okay. Now, can we talk about Muka Space?
Yes.
Because that's something that's very near and dear to you, right? Maybe you'd like to give me the history of Muka Space and explain to people who don't know what it is.
So Muka Space was founded by me and Derek in 2013. So the time he graduated from the Beijing, the Central Academy School, and also I graduated from University Malaya.
Right.
So Derek focused more on creative side, and then I focus on management. Because for us, we want to combine these two, and we want to have. So for Muka Space, we have 3 parts. One is the Muka literature, publications. So everything we learn, we will write a book.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And then we have Muka Productions. So what we write is from what we learn from the productions.
Okay.
Then now we have Muka Training.
Yes.
So what we learn from the productions, and what we write, we want to train the new young generation.
Because you just had a workshop recently, right?
Recently.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Derek came from China for that?
Actually, he stayed here since February.
Because of the COVID.
He cannot fly back to China.
Oh, I see. So he's stuck in Malaysia.
Then because I want to force him to do more
Right,
things here.
right. Maybe you'd like to, because I'm interested to know how you work with your brother. Because your brother is quite a renowned director and has a reputation for being tough, right?
Yes.
How do you work with him?
For me, because me and Derek, how we work is like two-way communications. Because what I know is all about Malaysian performing arts, and what he knows is about China performing arts.
Right.
So because China, they also had, I think before 10 years ago, they also similar to Malaysia. They also haven't start the commercial performing arts.
Right.
It's only these 10 years once they open.
Oh, really?
They started the
yeah.
So the 100 years before, they don't have the commercial performing arts yet. So same to Malaysia, we also, in 2019, Malaysian Chinese theatre, we achieved 100 years. we celebrate 100 years.
Wow.
So for me, now is the time, the new beginning of the new 100.
Ah,
It's the
I
time we
see.
start the commercial performing arts.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So from here, it's like we will always share each other like what is our observations in China and Malaysia.
Yes.
And then we want to make it this maybe like a system. Then this system we can help
Right.
to for the Malaysian performing arts to grow.
And Muka Space is only you and Derek, or is it
only me and
just the
Derek.
two of you? But you have a lot of volunteers and a lot of people
Yes,
who
we
help.
have different artists
Right,
work together.
right. And also you do a number of productions. What are some of the productions that you've been involved in?
For productions, Muka Space production, we have the classic adaptation of classic play. So like Derek, he did like Dear Elena, the Russian play. And then he also did like Richard III.
Yes.
And then Peking Man.
Yes.
And also the Ring of the Nibelung. The
Nibelung,
5
yes.
hours crazy.
Yes,
crazy show.
yes. I sat through that and it didn't feel like 5 hours.
Oh.
That's the amazing thing. Yeah.
And then we also have another, it's a short play series, the Don't Let Him Know.
Yes. I wanted to get onto that. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, but please continue.
And then we also have the Muka, the one is for the tourists. So last year we have the Rasa Melaka.
Oh, that's right. Yes. That was a big production, right?
The one, the show we run for 228 show in Malacca.
Okay. Yeah.
The one is for the tourism.
Yes.
And then we also have the Muka tour productions. So which means like when we have the festival overseas, so we will tour our production. So this is the 4 production that we do.
Right. Okay. Right. Tell me about what was the one that I was going to ask you about?
The Don't Let.
Yes, the Don't Let series. How did that come about?
Actually, we started in 2016 during the Shakespeare 400 year.
Don't Let Shakespeare Know.
No,
Yeah.
Because we think like people like they were worried about Shakespeare or worried about the classic play.
Yes.
Then we say, why not we can try the fun way?
Yes.
So for people to know about all the classic.
Yes.
So we try the Don't Let Shakespeare Know. So in one night you have 7 different plays. In Mandarin, in English, in Malay, all about Shakespeare.
And they were all centered around a Shakespearean theme, right?
Yes.
Yeah, actually there were some wonderful productions in that one. Very, very interesting ones.
Yes.
And quite imaginative, actually, I felt. And what are the other Don't Let in what series?
So after the Shakespeare, we had Don't Let Children Know.
Okay.
So was
that for children? Was it mainly for children or for adults?
Only for adults.
Oh, right,
We
okay.
believe every adult they have a children in their heart.
Yes.
So it's all about fairy tale.
Uh-huh.
And after that, we had Don't Let Writer Know. It's all about Chinese literature. All the famous literature that we know.
Right.
And then we have Don't Let Usman Awang Know last year.
Oh yeah, Don't Let Usman Awang Know. Yes.
And then the last one is the Don't Let Joe and Faridah Know.
That's right. Yes.
And this year we have Don't Let Hantu Know.
Oh, Don't Let Hantu Know.
December.
You had that, right?
Yes.
And next year you're having
Next year we plan to do Don't Let AI Know.
AI, artificial intelligence. Oh wow.
Because this is a new
How
thing.
are you going to do anything about that? Don't let AI know. Okay, all right. You also produce. Do you prefer to produce or direct?
Both I also like.
Yeah, but you must have a preference, like Gan. You prefer to produce or you prefer to direct?
I'll produce. For me, it's produce.
Really? Oh, isn't that interesting? You because I think you're a very creative person. You know, and what I've seen of your direction, I think is, wow, this guy's got something there. But you prefer to produce.
Because for me, because I see a lot of good people, talent people. I want to help them first. For me, I think now for me, maybe for this 5 to 10 years, I focus on producing. Then after that, then I can be the director.
Okay. You see, this is something that you don't find very often in the performing arts industry. Someone saying, I want to spend X number of years doing this before I move on to that. You know, when Faridah and I did a lot of traveling in Japan, this was very evident. The Japanese, they will spend 20 years doing one thing in the performing arts before they move on to the next. So they become absolutely fully fledged in that category before they move on to something else. And you don't find that often in Malaysia. In Malaysia, everyone wants to do everything all the time. You know, they take an acting lesson one day, and the next day they're giving acting lessons. Yeah, that's happened, and it's still happening. So, what is your take on Chinese theatre in this country, in Malaysia? What do you feel about it? Do you think it's going ahead?
For me, like during these last 10 years, in the 100th anniversary of the Malaysian Chinese theatre, we found like we have a lot of new original play, but we not enough of classic play.
Oh, not enough classic plays.
Play. Because for us, classic play is important because when we want to connect to the
You mean classic Chinese plays?
Play, yes.
Ah, okay.
So when we want to, classic can be like Chinese or also like Shakespeare play.
Oh, okay. That are okay.
Yeah. Because for us, like if we want to connect to the world of theatre, if we need to have like classic play. Like when we, like I'm the actor in Malaysia, you are the actor like in Australia.
Yes.
So when we say, oh, I'm in the play of Shakespeare, I'm playing Hamlet, you are playing Hamlet.
Right.
Then we can start the conversation.
I see.
But if you write the original play, like I'm the cat, so I cannot.
There's no communication.
No communication.
No exchange of ideas.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
Because for me, I found like music, we have like music in grade 8, and then you have grade 8. Then we can start to talk about our exam song, what we learn, the skill. But for me, like acting, yeah, we don't have the conversations.
Right.
If we are not doing the same, like the classic.
Yes, I understand what you're
This
saying.
is what I found like, yeah, maybe we are lack of.
And does this come from you, or does it come from your brother Derek?
Come from both
From
of us.
both of you have that
Yes.
have that feeling. Yeah. Your conversation just now reminds me a lot of Omar, because Omar takes classic plays and adapts them into Malay.
Yes.
What you and Derek are doing are taking classical plays
Western
and
play.
adapting them into Chinese, into Mandarin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very successfully, not just quite successfully, because a lot of the plays that you've produced under Muka Space have won many awards.
Yeah, we won more than 50 awards.
Only 50?
in these 6
Really,
years.
yeah? Wow.
Yeah. And we have more than 30,000 audience who watch our play.
That's fantastic. You must be very proud of that, are you?
For me, it's like, because for me, for theatre is my passion, and then the passion can become career.
Yes.
So I want to share this happiness to all the young generations that yes, we are not just for passion, but this is our career.
Yes, that's a wonderful way of putting it. Actually, I've never heard it that way. Your passion becomes your career.
Yes.
And then so it becomes a passionate career. Yes.
Yes, because when we love something, that is like nothing is impossible to us.
Yes.
Yeah, because we are live and breathe in the career already.
Yeah. Do you ever get depressed about the state of the performing arts in this country?
For me, it's more on like, because I always focus on audience development. So I still, for us, like the marketing part is still not the strongest part of it. Yeah, for the audience development.
Yes.
So sometimes we will still struggle like, how we need to market. Why like not so many people come to watch the show, or not many people taking our courses. I always thinking like how we can go wider or go deep for the performing arts.
Do you think that the audiences are not there because of the quality of production, or just that the education of the audience to come?
For me, also the awareness for the audience to know about us.
Yes.
It's like I like the Actor Studio and klpac, because actually we are building the ecosystem, especially in the academy.
Yeah.
Because we have the preschool program from 3 years old. Then after that, they can move to our theatre for young people. After theatre for young people, they can either join our Short and Sweet festival, or they can continue to tutas.
Right.
So after tutas, actually they can come back to Short and Sweet. So in the Short and Sweet, they can have a lot of, because we have invite all the guests. So we have producer, we have directors who can come and select who they want to work with.
Sure.
So after tutas, they can also select they want to internship in klpac, or they want to work in performing arts. So you are building a ecosystem for the performing arts.
Hey, you're quite clever, huh? You know, really, you're quite clever. I'm learning a lot about you during this interview.
So this is what I observe. That's why my dream is actually for me, because I want to say thank you to Joe and Faridah because I learned a lot.
He just thanked me, guys. Okay, yeah, and Faridah, of course. Yeah.
For you, because you both are in the Chinese we say we are so fortunate we can stand on the shoulder of the giant.
Oh.
So we can learn a lot. So from different view we can see different things.
Right.
Yeah, and also these 30 years because Actor Studio started in 1989, and it's a Malaysia first theatre in Malaysia, and all this for me the experience, all the learning, all the system I want to write in the book. That's why in my thesis for my further study I want to write the Actor Studio and its contribution to Malaysia.
But you did, right? Your thesis was about the Actor Studio.
Yes.
That's why you know more about the Actor Studio than I do, actually. Yeah. Which is amazing. Why did you chose the Actor Studio? Because obviously you were introduced to the Actor Studio, right?
And also because I think Actor Studio I think it's the busiest or the most active theatre in the Malaysia.
Yeah.
And all this theatre management, production management is all because in school we only learn like basic. For me during the 3 years study in university, only basic.
Right.
When I come here got a lot of practice opportunity.
Practical work. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And all this is a very valuable experience. And I want to record all this and write this so I can pass to the new future, our young generations.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there any that's fantastic. I mean that really is wonderful, Gan. I take my hat off to you. But is there any production or any play that you would like to eventually work on with Derek or on your own, like a big production like the previous ones that you've done together through Muka Space? Is there another one in the offing?
Yeah, for us, actually when we start the Rasa City series, actually we want to have, because the one is in 2019 is the Malacca tourism year. That's why they want to have a show for Malacca. Actually we think if like in every state of Malaysia, we can have like Rasa Malacca, Rasa Penang, Rasa Ipoh.
I see.
So when people come to Malaysia, not just like enjoy our food,
they can enjoy our culture.
Our culture. So Malaysia is a culture country.
Yes.
This is our dream. We want to have this.
I'm getting the wind up from our people who are behind the cameras there saying, Joe, you're running out of time. Actually, this gone by very quickly, La. Is there anything that you would like to say to people who, maybe young people? Is there any advice that you can offer them in terms of what they can do or what they should do if they want to become involved in the performing arts?
For me, like just now I mentioned, so if you have the passion in performing arts, so you just do it. Because for us, it's like nothing is impossible. And now performing arts is a career.
Right.
So yeah, if you have any questions or any inquiries, concerns, just come to us. Just come to me. Because I'm willing to share.
So you're sending out an invitation to everyone if they want to
learn about performing arts.
They can come to you. Okay. That's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe.
Well, that was Easee Gan, otherwise lovingly known as Gun to all of us here. I hope you enjoyed it. I learned so much about this guy, that I didn't know, and I've been working with him for how long?
More than 10 years.
More than 10 years. More than 10 years. And suddenly all these revelations sort of come out. But that's Gun. Wow, what a guy. Thank you very much. That was episode 10. Look forward to seeing you next time on Talking About.